This radio and speaker box combination here is called the Grundig Micro-Boy 59. As the name suggests, this set came out in 1959. You can see this was made in West Germany. Grundig also sold this radio under the Columbia name in the US, but this is an export model that was intended for sale in the US. You can see the civil defense triangles there. Unlike the vast majority of these, the back case of the radio there has no cracks or chips. It only takes one little drop to break the case on these things. It's very brittle plastic. You can see there's some stress cracks in the front there. They're not too bad though, they're just little hairlines. But yeah, this is nicer than most. This set is substantially cleaned up from when I got it. It was absolutely just caked with like tar and nicotine. I guess a heavy smoker owned this thing. I think a little bit of the gold paint came off when I was cleaning it. I'm going to see if I can get some gold paint to replace that. Now this radio is, usable both on its own and with the speaker box. Thankfully I was able to get the speaker working again. It was non-functional when I got it, but it turned out to just be a bad electrical connection. The internal speaker, that is. Now there still is a problem with the tuning cap, and you'll hear it. Hear that? Sounds almost like my Geiger counter. That's unfortunately the plates of the tuning cap shorting out. It doesn't use the typical Japanese-made plastic tuning cap. It uses what I believe is a German-made one. And unfortunately, some of the insulator sheets you can see have been torn loose. I'm not really sure if there's any way I can repair this, so I may have to replace it. And thankfully I found a suitable parts set shortly after I bought this one. So we'll see if that one has a good tuning cap when it arrives.
Take a look at the pictures. It'll amaze you. It's on our website. You didn't think you'd see kicking up my heels, painting up this town.
Yeah, pretty awful, the scratchiness.
Take coach to the pack.
This one's very interference sensitive. When I was testing it out near my fluorescent lamp on my workbench, I could barely hear anything over all the noise it was picking up.
Can't deny me Joe Flacco.
What? Oh, yeah. He should be higher. He's 78. Isn't it important? Isn't he more important for?
Now let's put it in the speaker box.
Except for Monday, which was never good anyway. Tuesday, I get a little sideways. Wednesday, I feel better just for spite.
I replaced all the electrolytic caps. This thing barely played when I got it. It was very quiet. But it was still decently sensitive, so I knew it just needed caps. It does pick up a pretty solid number of stations at night. You just have to tune very slowly. The shorting is worse when you're like moving it quick.
This is a good one.
Have you practiced the most popular songs for the year?
Catchy.
So when it trends, you know where to find it.
Follow the Twitter.
On Fox Sports Radio.
I also polished the top of the radio since it was fairly scratched up and had some paint splatters. There's still a few remaining there. I don't want to scrub on the gold paint. Alright, I'll show you the inside of this set. When you open this thing, do so very carefully. Just going to work it off. It's like the Regency TR1. It's usually easier to open it from the side, not from where they put the coin slot. Let's see, it runs off of one 9-volt battery. The connector's kind of corroded, but I was able to, sand off the worst of the corrosion there to get some electrical contact. It was kind of intermittent when I got it. Four of the 6 transistors in this set are the black glass style ones made by Volvo. There's an OC44 there, and an OC45, and then there's the OC74 driver transistor there, and the output transistors have metal cases. They are OC something or other, 772s, yeah. One unusual thing about this tuning cap here is that the cover is removable, but unfortunately there wasn't really much I could do once the cover is off. All I did was put a little oil in the pivot point there, but unfortunately it wasn't the usual issue with tuning caps where the contact, the sliding contact is dirty. It's shorting between the plates. Can't so easily see it right now. Actually, I don't want to pry it off right now. But when the cover's off, you can see some of the insulator plates are torn loose. All the original foam that held the battery in place is disintegrated. There used to be a label in here, showing where the transistors are and all that, and listing the battery, but that's missing. So if one of you guys has that and can scan it, I'd appreciate it. I'm probably going to scan the one in my Columbia, portable radio, which is basically this radio with some minor differences. If I can't get the correct one, I think it says Columbia on it, that was the only problem. But I guess it's better than nothing. This set does have a little slide-out carry strap, but it's super thin leather, and it's unfortunately pretty shredded. So hopefully I don't... yeah, I just made it worse. Awesome. It was hanging on by a thread, and now it's not hanging on at all. It was already broken at the end there, so it was unusable, but the middle part here was just barely hanging in there. You can see that's paper-thin leather. They dropped the carry strap on the Columbia version of this set. I bet it led to a lot of broken cases, to be honest, because it's so thin. See if I can get it back in there. Dang it! Oh well. I'll worry about that after I shut the camera off. Thanks for watching.